Older guy with a beard. Oh god, who could that be? Who was that? Probably the guy who tried to kill your dad. Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out here. I have more information. I can make some decisions on the first section of the mural. Looks like Thomas, to be sure. Or maybe it's Andreas? No way. Oh, shit. Ooh. Oh, that's what I was worried about. You. Yes? Halibrandt, the Lord's gamekeeper. Oh. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? Oh, shit. I'm not. That's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and the tinker, they're the only other person I've seen. Pig doesn't belong to you. What are you doing here? I was in the salt mine. Doing what? I don't care. Just tell me whose pig this is. I don't know. The pig was in the woods when I came here. Ah. Mysterious lost pig. Apparently belongs to no one. I suppose so. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. If I find any more pigs in these woods, I'll kill them on the spot. Those who brought them here. He's got a beard, but he couldn't have like, he's not wearing a cloak similar to that. Do you understand? Fine. Mind your neighbors what happens when you break the Lord's laws. The Lord's men patrol these woods. I've never seen them before. Yeah, after the Bavarian peasants revolt, yeah, they're gonna be a lot more iron-handed about that. Didn't realize they were so strict. Suppose I should consider myself lucky, yeah. Time to get all these woods and back to the wrap house. Holy shit, man. Oh, you've been walking around for hours and you haven't seen anybody, not even Apollo and... Okay. Yeah. Oh, we could still go to the Kreutzer house. Nice, okay. It's gotta be, like, underneath the church or something. Maybe, like, through the aqueduct? I don't remember any other, like, the only place that, like, I could kind of see through the aqueduct was, into, like, the sisters' quarters. Hey, Megs. Got your way with the mural, huh? Didn't expect you'd convince the council like that. Oh my god. I can be pretty stubborn when I want to, Otts. Clearly, I'm impressed. The rest of the council's been arguing over the matters for so long, even I couldn't get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up in a few minutes. You could use more women like you in town. Oh. Think about that, Ots. Well, you know, you're headstrong and willing to give your opinion. Damn what everyone else thinks. Really think so? Well, yeah. I can tell you otherwise. You're, was Ots the one who... Is Ots the one who's crushing on her? Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. I get the feeling he is. I forget, though. I know I'm on the council, but sometimes it doesn't seem like I have any influence. Oh. Ots actually seems insecure about his place on the council. I'm not gonna be... I shouldn't have picked the barb. I shouldn't have picked the barb's background, because I'm not... I know I'm not built like that. Maybe an ass sometimes, but I don't want to see him upset. I should reassure him. You know, he actually did kind of stand up for her. I do remember that, yeah. Only after your dad did. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Being the youngest one on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Baltus and Werner don't think I'm capable. Even Paul has warned me about being too rash. Dad died trying to make a difference in this town. All I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy. Seems like the others won't make room for any change. Sound like my dad. He always said the council was scared of doing anything important. Your dad's right. Also, old and cowardly. I guess they just want to live in peace, but I want something more. I make a difference like my dad did. I want to be a little careful with that. Specifically. Sure. Oh well. How do you get back to it? See you later, Mags. Hey, Till. God bless you, Till. Have a moment? Of course. What do you need? Ott says you've been obsessed with your painting. Looking into the early history of Tassing for the first part of the mural. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Ah, fertile fields, that is. Seems like old pot shards and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. All Granddad's readings came from the Abbey's library, though. You know what happened there. Poof. Up in smoke. I remember I was there. Oh, yeah. So you don't have any of his old books? Only a few? Granddad tried to buy some from the Abbey when the Abbey fell in hard times, so they were too expensive. I can't show you something better than books. Anything helps. Right, so we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Oh, Till kept a collection. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looks to be like an old forge, mountains of salt. You found a little bear carved from amber. Where'd you find all this stuff? Not just me. Carl finds things. Fabian too. Any farmer would tell you the same. Ah, just finding it in the fields. That's cool. It's all out there in the fields, under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. That's cool. Where are you keeping these things? Oh no! Nowhere? We just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. Oh no! Oh, the time before museums. That's cool. Anyway. Look at this weird hammer that speaks in a hushed voice, Magdalene. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, just like, yeah, it's old and cool, but I can't do anything with it. Oh, well. God. At best, like, during this time, like, the only way you're gonna preserve this stuff is if, like a noble has, like, a interest in it and, like, has a personal collection. You know, no one else is gonna keep it around other than, like, out of curiosity. People who can afford to do so are just, like, some guy in Italy, maybe. Oh, man. Oh, that's so sad. Can you imagine how much stuff is just, like, missing because of that? That's so sad to think about, man. What do you think it all means? I don't follow. What do you think they were like? Huh. I just never really thought about it. What a weird looking stone with 3 different scripts on it. I should use it for my goat shed. Seem like regular people. Their remains all look like ours. Tools and weapons are rougher, but not badly made. Little carvings and ceramic critters aren't so different from the things they have made for aughts. Yeah, they're just people, you know? Suppose I expected them to be more strange. Because they weren't Christians? I doubt they're, of course, but they don't seem especially violent, not like the church says. Yeah, I don't know. The Romans are kind of known for being pretty violent, at least the state. But I guess the people, not so much. I guess, yeah. I don't know if I describe the Romans as not being especially violent. Not so different from today, really. Did the pagans start the mine? You had to have, I'd say. Oh, he's talking about not the Rome. He's talking about the Germanic pagans, not the Romans. Most people think it was a Roman project. I think the Romans just dug up what was already there. That's why tasking was so important to the Romans in the first place. Salt. I always wondered why they settled in such a small alpine town. This has been a big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around. Important for folks to know their past. Think all this pagan stuff will make it into the mural? Maybe? Maybe. I can bring some of the things the boys and I found over at the Wrath House tomorrow, if that'd help at all. That'd be cool. Yeah, sure. They're taking an interest, Meg. Father Thomas might not be so happy about this. Thought no one cared about the pagans but me and Granddad. Till tomorrow? Till then. Roman kingdom has fallen. Andros is still here. Wait, did he... Wait a second. Almost just struck her. Did he get married? That's close. Andros and I have been terribly worried. Oh my god, did he get married? That spirits are high, but he still gets headaches and spells of dizziness. If there's anything we can help you with, let us know. Andros is always ready to provide. Me and Klaus have been friends for a long time. You weren't born in Tassing, right? Innsbruck. Oh, he did! He did. How did you arrive here? Twists of providence are sudden and unpredictable. He's but a young girl selling all manner of wares in the market, pots and the like. One day this man appears to the stall, all jitters and nerves stammering over his words. Charming, in a way. Let's go. Spoke at length, as the tradesman soon enamored, as if a candle had been lit. Andros is a man of talent and means, after all. Blessed with a kind soul. How to be able to leave your home for someone so far away, burdening yourself from the life you had. Frightening to be sure, leaving Innsbruck, my friends and family behind. It's exciting as well, going off to find new opportunities and build a new life. Wasn't much when I had to look forward to in Innsbruck. A few prospects for a poor girl. Didn't see myself sitting at the market, continuing to sell odds and ends. Sometimes there are risks we have to take. Glad you're happy here. We all struggle in this world. Moments of joy outweigh the bad. That's how God has set the world, His benevolence guiding us through it all. If y'all have been blessed, it's not been all bad for Hendrik either. Assist him with the bookkeeping side of the smithy and other things. Right. That's nothing, Magdalene. It's provided you with some encouragement. Don't forget, you're important as well. You deserve to live your life. Okay, have to assist Endress with a few things. Do well, Magdalene. Therese. Okay. Hey, buddy. Magdalene? It was close. Ezzy and I are very worried. Honestly, kinda doing bad. Not well. May God look after you both. We've had enough tragedy in this town. Fortunately, Dr. Stoltz appears to have found his purpose. Remember him being so sad when I was a girl. He's still a girl. He was once the picture of arrogance, masked to sadness, I think. Like to talk about how he was destined for better places than this backwater alpine town. How he was meant for the courts of kings. No longer. He grew up. What changed? The revolts, no doubt, changed everyone. He's the one who saw the bodies. Oh. Oh, yeah, that would... Yeah, that'd probably humble a person. He's not a heartless man, Magdalene. He deserves our compassion. But I shouldn't gossip. If there's anything Resi and I can do for you, let us know. I will. Thank you for your kindness, Hendrik. It's nothing. I owe your father more than I can say. Take care, Magdalene. Oh, that's rough. Alright, let's get to work on the painting. I guess does she start it now, or does she, like, gather all the stuff and then do it in, like, one go? Oh, I guess we just do it. Okay. What are we putting on this mural? How's the mural coming along? What? Oh, right. Magdalene. Sorry. Anyway, Magdalene. How's the mural going? Doesn't look like much yet. Oh my god. She has so... No, the options are so mean. At least give me somebody like Guy or the Prior to, like, be an asshole to, not Otts. No work of art appears significant at the start. You think Michelangelo was born a great sculptor? I suppose not. So, Magdelangelo, what are you doing today? I only just finished priming the wall. Now I have to decide what to depict. It's hard to piece together the history of Tassing when it happened so long ago. Since the Abbey Library burned, I can only rely on stories from people around Tassing. Even what I could find out about the Romans and pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. At least now I know what to paint for the first part of the mural. So, what is it? Oh. Oh, okay, okay. So we can pick. Use the pottery and tools farmers found to show how he lived before the Romans. Smokey told me a story about the god Mars as a wolf, the nymph Tassia, and how the spring was blessed. Recreate an image I found in the mine. It has showed how our ancestors made human sacrifices to appease Perked and the spirits. Okay. So if we're wanting to depict the history of Tassing, probably not the middle one, as interesting as it is. That's more of like the mythology of the town. Maybe the first and third option? Show how the farmers lived before the Romans, or show the pagan history of the town. I mean, both are accurate. So I feel like we're not, like... Because I was assuming that, like, the option would be to, like, either portray, like, a harsh truth, or, like, covered up with, like, some sort of, like, lie. I assumed would be the option, but these all seem kind of, like, accurate depictions in different ways. Though I do imagine the last one is gonna is gonna draw more ire than the first. I don't know. I wish we had something from like the Mithraeum that we could like show that. You know, although like most of the people who do know like the stories about Perkta have passed away, go for the shit stirring. I mean, like there is something to say about like keeping those old stories around, because like everyone who knows them is kind of like dying off. You know what? Yeah, let's go for that one. Why not? So we didn't like waste our time at least in the salt mine. Human sacrifice? You think that's a bit much? I don't know how the rest of the town will take it. Especially Father Thomas. What if Thomas is in the Mithraeum and plotting to destroy the history of Tassing? That would be insane. Why did you choose this story anyway? Don't think we should hide our pagan past. This is what our people did. I think the pottery I found is a better source than the stories. You know what? Actually, that is, in my opinion, this is the one that I like. I feel like the most like connected with. It's like finding an actual like relic in the salt mine is probably going to be more because it's devoid from like any kind of like bias that like anyone telling the stories would have. Like, either for or against, like, the pagan past. I guess that's true. Still, I think it will shock some people. Yeah, depict, like, a primary source of history, like, on the mural would be cool. Especially Father Thomas. Yeah. You know. Thanks for explaining it. We'll explain it to him, and if he doesn't like it, Of course, I want you all to understand why I'm making these choices. Now I figured this portion of the mural out, I better start thinking about the next section. I'll leave it to you, Mags. Magdalene. Good night, Ots. Good night, Magdalene. I've decided how to depict Tassing's earliest history. I should decide how to paint Kearsaw's history. Okay. Mother Illuminata's letter mentioned Matthew Foschini. Foschini So. Used to be a brother in Kearsaw. She said he knew a great deal about the Abbey's history. I should write to him and ask about what he remembers. I'm sure he remembers some stuff that went on in the Abbey very vividly. Oh, and I have Esther's letter to answer to. I should write to them both now before bed. Oh, this is kind of a Rizzler, not gonna lie. He's the Archdeacon of Sion now. Where is that again? Capital of Valais. The Swiss Confederacy. Okay. So a little more southwest of us, maybe? This Reverend Matthew Foschini Sell, Archdeacon of Sion. It was Magdalene Druckren, the daughter of Tassing's town printer Klaus. Father and I are creating a mural for Tassing's Rathouse. We want to show the history of the town and the abbey. Mother Illuminata told me you might be the best person to ask about Kearsaw's early history. I understand you're a busy man, but we would be most appreciative of any information you can give us. If you know of any other places where we might learn about the Abbey's history, we would appreciate it. I know it may be a small comfort, but there are many in Tassing who regret what happened during the revolt. Sister Gertrude is still here, with poor Claire's. Ah, okay, right. Poor Claire's, and she speaks fondly of the old abbey. Thank you for your help. Magdalene. Esther. Please forgive me for not writing sooner. So much has happened since I last wrote. Even as my last letter was en route to you, Dad was attacked in the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, thank God, but his injuries are terrible. I worry about him. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days his eyes become foggy and his memory fails him. Dr. Stoltz said that he's not going to recover. That it's only a matter of time before he succumbs to the injury. He's going to do the best he can to make things comfortable for Dad. I'm glad he's here to help. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father or why. I found a note by him too. All it said was stop. I wasn't from the shop because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I've ever seen. No one in Tassing has such skill in script as far as I know. Anyway, I don't have the time to wonder about it. I've had my hands full running the workshop alone while tending to Dad. What's more, the town council intended to cancel the mural entirely. Had a hell of a time convincing them to let me paint it instead. A fuss about my being too young, not experienced enough, not strong enough to be on the scaffolding. You know how it is. Suppose I shouldn't have expected any better of them. Working on the mural has been a welcome distraction from the naysayers and my chores. Worrying about Dad. Otz has been coming over under the pretense of helping me prepare my paints too. Yeah, that's kind of sweet. Makes the days easier. He's alright. I'd like to have the whole mural finished by Christmas if I can. I just want to finish it in time for Dad to see it. It means so much to him. If Dr. Stoltz is right, I don't know how long I'll have. I hope you're faring better than we are here. All my love. Magda. Oh, late night. Right to Esther. It's weird that it just, like, puts me here and it doesn't have me immediately go to sleep. Like... all it does is make me think... it's still Tragedy Melvin as an in-joker, too. That there's, like, stuff to do at night. you know? How's Magdalene? How you feeling? Can I get you anything? No, no. I'm fine. You go on. Alright, come back and check on you later. You having any visions yet? Nope, okay. Everything's still good. I guess you could just walk around, yeah. Okay. You think the guy in the robe was the thread puller? Oh my god, they're still out here. If you've been here all day. The pig is still dead. Yeah, okay, no reason to go back in. Okay, yeah, I guess you just walk the ground at night if you want. Fork is that important. Okay, nothing to do left, I guess. Does she lock her door now, or do they have a lock after what happened? Oh, time skip. Yeah, time skip. About like a week later? Oh, wow. End of November. Mr. Struckern, a few more letters for you. Take care. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. Horse. What does old Matthew look like? First letter is from the Reverend Matthew. Wow! Oh, wait a minute. Hold, wait a minute. Oh my god. Dude is old as fuck. Who does he look like? Why does he look like Leonard Nimoy? Mr. Struckern, I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Kearsall. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. Not merely inclined to assist the people of Tassing in their endeavors to catalog the origins of the abbey they destroyed. Oh. Okay. However, it was a long time ago. In the interest of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Sometime after the Romans left, the Christians settled in the region and built Kearsall Abbey on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a nobleman of the Kearsall family. She was both its patron and its first abbess. So close with his brother. The church that he's deacon of is probably having an impending scandal waiting to happen. Probably. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Kyrsa changed to being run by an abbot. I do not know the reason. Many other double monasteries did likewise around the same time. They've been done out of fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. I wonder why. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Your neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch. Sic arset historia, Kyrsis. Thus burned the history of Kyrsaw. But we cannot change the past. I have heard that sisters of the Poor Clares have formed a new chapter at the abbey. I can only hope that their love of apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of St. Moritz. Christian doctrine that calls for followers to live without owning personal property or accumulating money. What was condemned by the Catholic Church as heretical, like the Cathars, its defenders claim their practices are based on the lives of Christ and the apostles as described in Scripture. Yeah, it was unfortunate that it was connected with the Cathars, who were also like non-Trinitarian, but the doctrine itself is not a problem. Kind of shitty that the Pope condemned it. For a while, at least. Assuming they have not consigned the contents of Kyrsaw's former occupants to a bonfire, you may... Yeah. It was a long time ago. Fuck those peasants. So hard to be overjoyed at the news of your neighbor's late regrets. Many of the injuries inflicted 18 years ago will never heal. Regret cannot undo what has been done, but we can all find redemption through Christ. We must pray for love and reconciliation in the days ahead. In the end, that is all that matters. Winter comes swiftly. Huguenots and Lutherans plague my homeland. Oh, wow, yeah, oh. Oh yeah, he is back in France. Yeah, he's about to have it rough. Thank the Lord you still live in a land ruled by the one true church. I hope this has been of some help to you and yours. May God keep and protect you. Most Reverend Matthew Fauchini So, Archdeacon of Siam. The reply from Esther. Oh, Magdalene. Terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you need only send word. I know we are further away than is easy to travel. I'll see what we can do, what Hashem allows. Literally the name in Hebrew, so I'd refer to God indirectly in informal conversation or writings. Father says that he remembers no one who would want to harm your father. Yet the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. Perhaps there's old blood over depicting the night of the revolt? That is all he could suggest. Pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make things right in time. He'll exact justice on the culprit. I'm encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. Guilds here would protect your right to complete a job, especially once a contract has been reached. You give the men of council too much grace. Why should you be forced to settle for their old ways of thinking? Live in a new age. It's current year! An age where art and science have come together. It's current year! An age when all may read the works of the great sages in their own language. Surely when your father recovers, I urge you to come visit me in Prague. Oh, about that. Yeah. I'm glad you found some joy, some joy in your work on the mural. Sorry, clear my throat. Farewell here. Lash has been carving a new set of wood cuttings, and Father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Simon. His family didn't move far away after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. His parents have been meeting with Mother and Father quite often now. Once the CK2 cooldown event is over, the cooldown for the event is over. So I hope I will be sending good news in the next letter. With Hashem's help. Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well, Esther. That's all the letters I have for now. Should head home and check on Dad. Morning, Magdalene. Here, right on time. Hope you're well. Well enough. How's my dad? This is what we were about to discuss. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Klaus? His fever broke at dawn this morning. That's good news, right? All things in time. I still feel weak. The dizziness has not receded. My head continues to spin whenever I try to sit or stand up for too long. Occasionally I'm struck with sudden and severe headaches. Damage runs deeper than I first thought. Let me be honest here, with both of you. I am worried. The circumstances are not unfolding to our benefit. Klaus, your health is not mending. Perhaps it is due to your age. Perhaps... We have passed numerous critical days with no change for the better. Meanwhile, the winter draws closer, and I am running low on medical supplies. The roads into town likely snowed in, especially the pass. Supply shipments will not arrive for months. You asked Gertrude for help? I have. Truly, things must be dire. They are not insignificant. It's been a difficult year. Even with the patrols in Bavaria, many merchants have been struck by bandits. French troops have periodically raided the western holdings of our empire. The fall of Estragom and Sheks-Verifar to the Ottoman Turks. Many trade routes from the east have been cut. Wait, is that a... Ooh, wait. Is that... Yeah, okay. Yeah, city in Hungary. That's in... What part of Hungary is this in? No way man can pronounce Hungarian. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's deep into Hungary. That's next to Budapest. Yeah, that's a little scary. Pillage of Nice by Barbarossa's Corsairs and our losses in Italy have also put us in a predicament in the south. Things are not good for the Empire in the 1540s. As always, we suffer from the wars of the others. What are we to do now? Klaus has to continue with rest and a healthy diet. I'll see what more I can find in my library. I wish I already had a copy of Vesalius's De Humani Corpus Ferica. In the meantime, Klaus, Magdalene, pray to God. I must take my leave. I'll come by again next week. I thank you, Dr. Stoltz. Thank you as well. I'm only doing what I am meant to do for this town. Stay out of trouble, Magdalene. He worries too much. I'll be alright. Do you want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. Empire's okay, they still have the fuggers. I'm not so hungry right now. I'll be alright. Your letter from the Archdeacon. Yes, that's right. What did you learn from him? I am pretty sure he's, despite what he said, he's definitely still mad about Tassing. He didn't have much to say. He was still upset about the Abbey's destruction. He did say the Abbey was founded by a noblewoman after the Romans left. Everything else burned in the fire. How unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery. So much lost in one night. Archdeacon did suggest the poor Clares might have held on to some of the records from the convent. I should be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. You know what? That actually could be a good contrast on the mural. Like, compare... Yeah, I actually am glad we picked the pagan thing. It's showing the contrast between, like, the pagan past and, like, the Christian founding. That would make for an interesting art piece. Excellent place to start, Magdalene. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. I should talk to him. Maybe Father Thomas does know something. Maybe about a Mithraeum, perhaps. If I recall correctly, Miller's wife has a long family history in Tassing. She may know something of the local history that the others have forgotten. Else? I thought she moved away here when she married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Not anymore. Age, illness, and marriage took the rest of her family. But the Cavazels used to live all up and down this valley. Go talk to her, Oh well. Maybe something remained in the Abbey's ruins. I should... Yeah! Yeah, go dig around the ruins! Magdalene, be careful. Those ruins are dangerous. Can't be that dangerous. The ruins have been sitting there for almost 20 years. I don't like that place. It'll crumble to nothing one of these days. I won't stop you, just... be safe. Wear a scarf, too. It's getting cold out now. I can feel it in my bones. Don't worry, Dad. See you tonight, alright? Alright. Good luck. Sunday Frogs, the key to salvation. What is this? Key to salvation. Oh. Oh, something happened and we just didn't see it. There was a mass release of frogs from the tabernacle on Sunday Mass while the whole town was in attendance. No! Oh my god. No! Oh no, they did a prank to recreate the plagues of Egypt during Mass. Oh my god. Maybe it was bad luck to name their kids Apollo and Artemis. Oh my god. Alright. I think we will save the rest here for later. So we've got the church, we've got the mill, and then the abbey. I definitely want to go into the ruins.